Shubman, my first question to you would be, what was your reaction when the Spider-Man team approached you for the dubbing of the Indian Avatar? Uh, do you have any inhibitions, or it was an instant yes from your end?
Honestly, it was an instinct yes for me because Spider-Man is my favorite superhero, and it was the first ever superhero movie that I watched as a kid, and it was definitely an instant yes from my side.
Okay. And Shubman, could you please talk about how you prepared for it, the challenges you faced while dubbing it, and between the Punjabi and Hindi, which one did you like more? Any favorite
Uh,
dialogue also, if you would like to share it
yeah,
with us?
so some of the challenges that I faced was, I remember when I first had the mic in front of me, and I was sitting and trying to dub it, but the emotions weren't really coming out as much, and I could feel it's going a bit plain. And then they advised me to stand up and act and feel like you're there, and then it started going well. There were certain emotions which were difficult to express because I as a person don't really express it on daily basis. So like slow emotional kind of emotions were the ones in which I had difficulty, but doing it and then understanding it and how they were actually very precise in what they want. And I think uh, I was uh, I was good in showing those emotions. Like I remember this particular scene where I save my girlfriend in the movie, and then I had to pretend like I don't know her, but I'm still emotional that I saved her. That scene was a bit difficult for me. It was easier for me to do it in Punjabi because I had done the Hindi version before. Like I dubbed the Hindi version before, and then I dubbed the Punjabi version. So by the time I got to Punjabi version, it was easier for me. Firstly, because it's my mother tongue, and then secondly, because I know which emotions to portray.
Mhm. Any favorite dialogue, Shubman?
Definitely that dialogue, where they said, "Oh, museum हमारा but चीजें अंग्रेजों की." That was it's so accurate.
Okay. Did your friends and teammates actually watch the movie? Like, have a think about it? Like, they know
Yeah,
something
definitely. All
trailer
of
or
my friends
so?
are gonna watch my movie. They loved the. All of my Punjabi friends are going like insane over it because they message like they keep sending me stuff on Instagram,
Mhm.
and definitely all of my friends are gonna watch it.
And how was the reaction to the trailer? Any particular compliment that you still remember from your?
The action was great. Like, honestly, so when the first news came that I'd be dubbing, and I was checking online there because I when I did it, I thought that okay, I did a good job. Like when I heard myself, like I knew okay, I did a good job. And then when the news came out, there were people saying, "Oh, they should have hired a professional dub, this that." And I actually quite enjoyed that. I was like, "Yeah, I should get more of this," because when they'll hear the dub, they'll be like, "Oh, this is not bad. This is actually good." So this is the reaction that I got. Like whoever heard it was how did you do this? It's good. How did you manage to do this? That's the reaction that I got from everyone.
And are you a superhero movies fan personally? And who is your
Yeah, yeah,
favorite
yeah.
superhero after
I'm
Spider-Man?
obsessed with Marvel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And who's your favorite superhero after Spider-Man, of course?
It
Thor.
Thor. Thor.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Shubman, if tomorrow someone makes a movie about superhero of cricket, who do you think will fit the role perfectly and why?
It has to be an Avengers type of a movie.
Okay.
You can't name one. It has to be Avengers of cricket type of a movie.
And any cricketer you think that is like should be perfect to play that role?
Everyone that's everyone that has left a legacy. Like sometimes people debate, right? Okay, uh, Virat Bhai is better, Sachin sir is better. No, Sunil Gavaskar was better, Don Bradman was better. But there'll always be people that debate, but there can not ever be debate because the generation that starting from Sunil Gavaskar sir, the generation that he inspired, maybe if we didn't win the '83 World Cup, maybe we'd never have a player like Sachin. Never. Maybe if we didn't win the 2011 World Cup, would I be as much inspired to play cricket? I don't know. So they all have inspired a different generation of people, players, cricketers to be their best. So you can't really debate, like you said, who would be. You can't really name one, because they have done different things for different generations and they have inspired different people.
One superhero power you wish you had in your game.
In my game.
Though you don't need it, especially after watching.
One like superpower that I'd have is the time travel one. I don't know in my game which superpower would. Spidey sense would help me. Spidey sense.
Okay. But you don't need any superpower. Shubman, we all watched your innings last night. Shubman, do you like watching movies per se, and Hollywood, Bollywood, movies from the South, or Punjabi? Which one is your pick?
I really like movies from the South, Hollywood movies. The kind of movies that I like are more like drama, thriller, action, those kind of movies. And then like I love a movie with a great history, and that's why I love Marvel. So how I started watching, how I got fascinated about Marvel was I was watching all of these Marvel movies and reading comics, and then it just occurred to me, like, how did all of this start? Like, how did the Marvel universe start? And then I went back to, I don't know if you know this, but like there was this entity called Oblivion, because there was nothing, and then it all came from nothingness. And the way they showed it, and this I'm talking about like 1950s, 1940s comics. I was just like how come people came up with something so concrete? Because it's not like kaise bhi kuch bhi karke अच्छा लिख दिया बना दिया. ऐसा नहीं था, मतलब everything was planned. There was a reason for everything, and that's how I fell in love with like the whole Marvel universe. So I love movies with like great history, great story, where there's a reasoning for everything. This is why this happened. Those are the kind of movies that I love.
What was the last movie that you enjoyed personally watching?
I recently watched Donnie Brasco. I don't know if you've heard of this movie. I was on a flight maybe a couple of days back or something, and really liked that movie.
And Shubman, who's your favorite actor, director? All-time favorite actor, director?
I have quite a few. Christian Bale, Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Johnny Depp, and Christopher Nolan.
Okay.
Yeah.
And back in Bollywood, if you have someone.
Ranveer Singh is great. Ranbir Kapoor is great. Shah Rukh sir. Hrithik Roshan is like, he was my childhood hero. Like, he's everyone's child, but he was my childhood hero as well. Because Koi Mil Gaya and then Kaho Na Pyar, I just loved him.
Shubman, this will be my last question. Will you be up for more dubbing or even acting assignments in future? And any preferences?
There's something that I'm really excited, or I'm really like something that I really relate to. Yeah, of course, why not? Don't know about acting, because that requires a lot of skill set and a lot of like time, and I don't know when I'd be able to give that much time. But if there are more opportunities that are very exciting to me, then yeah, sure, why not?
But Shubman, you'll be more comfortable in doing any dubbing assignment in future, right? Now you have improved upon that skill, per se.
Now that I know what areas do I need to work on, I think I'd first work on that, and then yeah, if there are some exciting opportunities, then for sure, why not?